Hello, and welcome to our channel. Today we bring you an inspiring story that shines a light on resilience, overcoming prejudice, and the importance of fairness in the workplace. It's a powerful tale about Marcus Brown, a determined job seeker who refuses to let stereotypes define him, a manager whose lack of professionalism pushes boundaries, and a CEO with a strong moral compass who steps in to make things right. This story is not just about challenges, but about the triumph of character and values. If you love stories that motivate and inspire, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more uplifting content. Let's dive in. It was a busy morning on November 6th at Clearview Sales Corporation, and the waiting room buzzed with quiet anticipation as job seekers prepared for their interviews. Among them was Marcus Brown, a skilled sales expert in his late 40s, dressed sharply in a navy suit and sitting confidently in his wheelchair. Marcus's resume was nothing short of remarkable, boasting over a decade of experience in sales and customer relations, during which he had closed million-dollar deals and led teams to success. However, despite his impressive credentials, Marcus knew he faced an uphill battle. The moment people saw his wheelchair, assumptions and judgments often clouded their perceptions, forcing him to prove his worth beyond his undeniable capabilities. Today, Marcus was ready to face whatever came his way, armed with determination and a steadfast belief in his abilities. The interviews were being conducted by Janet Owens, a manager known for her sharp tongue and unapologetically brutal honesty, qualities that often cross the line into outright cruelty. Janet entered the waiting room that morning with an air of impatience, her sharp eyes scanning the candidates like she was sizing them up for battle. Her sour mood was evident, and when her gaze landed on Marcus Brown, her expression briefly changed, only to settle into a mocking smirk. Without introducing herself, she gestured toward him dismissively, her tone dripping with sarcasm as she said, "Let's move it along, speed racer." The comment, loud enough for the entire room to hear, sent a wave of discomfort through the other candidates. For Marcus, the words stung, but he remained composed. He straightened his posture, tightened his grip on the wheels of his chair, and calmly rolled toward the interview room. Despite the insult, Marcus knew better than to let her remarks shake his confidence. His focus remained on what truly mattered, showcasing his skills and proving his worth. As the interview began, Janet Owens wasted no time letting her dismissive attitude show. Sitting across from Marcus, she barely glanced at his resume before leaning back in her chair with an air of skepticism. "So, Mr. Brown," she began, her voice laced with condescension, "I see you have experience, but let's cut to the chase. How exactly do you plan to handle the mobility challenges of this role? Sales requires travel, quick thinking, and energy." Marcus met her gaze calmly and responded with unwavering confidence. "Miss Owens, my wheelchair doesn't hinder my ability to close deals or connect with clients. I've managed global accounts and outperformed entire teams. My results speak for themselves." But Janet wasn't listening. Instead, she raised an eyebrow and smirked. "Impressive speech," she said dismissively. "But let's be realistic. Clients might feel uncomfortable, and this role demands someone who represents confidence and vitality." Marcus inhaled deeply, choosing his words carefully. "Confidence isn't about appearance, Miss Owens. It's about delivering results, and I've done that time and time again." Janet glanced at her watch, feigning a yawn, and stood abruptly. "Well, thank you for coming in. We'll be in touch," she said with forced politeness. As Marcus turned to leave, Janet muttered under her breath, "A wheelchair salesman. Now I've seen everything." The comment stopped Marcus momentarily, but he chose to keep his composure, gripping the wheels of his chair as he left the room with his dignity intact. Unbeknownst to Janet, someone else had been observing the situation from the hallway. Richard Callahan, the CEO of Clearview Sales Corporation. Dressed in a tailored gray suit with a gold tie, Richard exuded quiet authority. Known for his hands-on leadership style, he often walked the halls unannounced to get a first-hand sense of the company's culture. That morning, he had paused in the hallway just in time to overhear Janet's mocking comment as Marcus left the room. Richard's jaw tightened, and his sharp eyes narrowed. He prided himself on fostering an environment built on fairness, inclusivity, and respect, values that Janet's behavior flagrantly violated. Hearing such blatant prejudice directed at a candidate struck a nerve. For Richard, it wasn't just about Marcus. It was about the principles his company stood for. Determined to address the situation, he stepped into action, ready to hold Janet accountable and make things right. Richard Callahan walked into the interview room, his commanding presence immediately wiping the smugness off Janet's face. She stood abruptly, her tone shifting to an overly eager, "Mr. Callahan, what a surprise." But Richard didn't return her smile. "I was passing through and overheard part of your interview with Mr. Brown," he said, his voice calm but firm. Janet hesitated, unsure of how much he had heard. "Oh, Marcus Brown," she began. "Unfortunately, I don't think he's a good fit for the role." Richard raised an eyebrow. "And why is that?" Janet stumbled over her words. "Well, the position requires travel and energy. His situation could present challenges, and clients might feel uncomfortable." Richard's gaze sharpened. "Do you know who Marcus Brown is?" he asked. "He's one of the top sales experts in the country. He's closed deals most of our team could only dream of, all while overcoming challenges with grace and determination. You didn't bother to look past his wheelchair. That's not just unprofessional. It's unacceptable." Janet's face paled as Richard continued. "Effective immediately, you're suspended pending a full review of your conduct. And for the record, I'll be offering Marcus Brown the position of sales expert. He represents everything this company stands for: resilience, skill, and integrity." Without waiting for a response, Richard turned and walked out, leaving Janet to absorb the gravity of her actions. As Marcus prepared to leave the lobby, Richard Callahan approached him with a confident stride, his demeanor radiating both authority and warmth. Extending a hand, Richard introduced himself. "Mr. Brown, I'm Richard Callahan, the CEO of Clearview Sales Corporation. I want to personally apologize for how you were treated during your interview. Janet's behavior was completely unacceptable and does not reflect our company's values." Marcus, though surprised, shook Richard's hand and replied, "Thank you, Mr. Callahan. It's not the first time I've faced something like this, but I appreciate you acknowledging it." Richard gestured toward a nearby seating area. "If you have a moment, I'd like to hear more about your experience." Intrigued, Marcus agreed, and the two began discussing his career, strategies for client engagement, and innovative sales approaches. Richard listened intently, clearly impressed by Marcus's ideas and vision. By the end of their conversation, Richard leaned forward with a smile. "Mr. Brown, I'd like to offer you the position of sales expert. Not only that, but I'd like to start you at a higher salary than originally posted. Your talent and resilience are exactly what we need." Marcus, momentarily stunned, responded with a grateful smile. "Thank you, Mr. Callahan. I'd be honored to accept." The two shook hands, marking the beginning of a partnership built on mutual respect and a shared commitment to excellence. As Marcus and Richard exchanged smiles and handshakes in the lobby, Janet stood nearby, her usual confidence replaced by a pale, nervous expression. She watched in disbelief as the man she had dismissed so cruelly secured the job she had deemed him unfit for. Richard turned to her briefly, his tone sharp but measured. "Janet, I suggest you use your suspension to reflect on how your actions affect others. Prejudice has no place here, and if you're unwilling to change, there will be no place for you in this company." Janet nodded meekly, her world crumbling around her as she quietly exited the building. Meanwhile, Marcus thrived in his new role. His innovative sales strategies and ability to connect with clients led to record-breaking deals, earning him the admiration of his peers and the trust of the leadership team. Beyond his professional achievements, Marcus became a champion for inclusivity within the company, fostering a culture of respect and fairness. His presence not only elevated Clearview's success, but also inspired others to look beyond appearances and value true talent. Marcus's journey was a testament to resilience and the power of character, leaving a lasting legacy within the organization. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of resilience, fairness, and the courage to stand up against prejudice. Marcus Brown's journey shows us that true success is built on character, determination, and the ability to rise above challenges. It also highlights the responsibility we all share in fostering inclusivity and recognizing talent beyond appearances. As you reflect on this story, take a moment to examine your own biases and consider how you can contribute to creating a more fair and accepting world. Thank you for watching and joining us in celebrating stories of inspiration and growth. If you found this story meaningful, don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Together, we can make a difference. As we wrap up, remember that perseverance and kindness are two of the most powerful tools we have in life. No matter the obstacles you face, staying true to yourself and showing compassion to others can open doors you never imagined. Marcus's story is proof that when we rise above challenges with integrity, we not only change our own path but also inspire those around us. Keep pushing forward, and always choose kindness. Thank you for being here today. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss a new video, and feel free to share these stories with those who need a little inspiration. Have a wonderful day ahead, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.